Hello, my name is Carlos Inez, and welcome to Carlos Company for remote learning towards SolidWorks. So right now, you see the previous video from the introductions. If you have, that's good news. It explains in much more details about the SolidWorks along the way for this, how long the subscription is going to be to be used on the SolidWorks right now. So as of right now, the SolidWorks that I have right now, I downloaded and it's already on this laptop, so I cannot show you the steps because it has other information like the serial number and also my information too as well. So I'm not allowed to actually show that one right now because again, it depends on your side of your download how you use it. So mainly right now I'm just gonna show you like how do you get your sources at from the SolidWorks. So I have this open right now. So this is what it looks right here. You go online or there's a link down below at the YouTube on the comment section, so or the description section. So like that, check that one out. Now that you see this right here, it'll say solidworks.com, or you can actually go into Google search, type in SolidWorks, same thing, that you'll find the main source right here. So this is the entire introduction right here that you'll be entering right now, and that it'll give you these experience or this entire menu. So if you want to look for a download situation or trying to like download the product, you go into these two areas right here. So you have the products right here. It'll do all products right now to just see what you want to look for on your what you're looking for as a either a student, as a engineer, as a hobbyist, etc., etc., etc. It depends on what you're looking for on your products actually to see what is your main source. Another way to actually get your material or your part or your product will be right here under more. It's gonna be under buy. You can actually click onto this one. It'll give you different type of steps like what type are you looking for. If you give these information right away, it'll describe you like how you do these right now. So as of right now, if you guys have this under my Calsmarter company, I will provide a 1 year service for SolidWorks. It will be given to you under the serial number. That's it. The rest that has to be downloaded on your own personal laptop or computer because it depends on what you have on your modem on your laptop. So main things that's gonna be a big issue or some of the pros and cons of this one. So one of the pros is that SolidWorks is a very advanced and also an upper computer drafting that can be used for a certain task and areas that you can use for your parts. And that depends on what you're doing for your projects is the main one too as well. Depending what you're looking for on if you're trying to look for something else that's like more if you want to build a part, that's okay. Trying to do assembly, blueprints, simulations too. That's the biggest one, and that trying to make it into as a group environment. That's one thing too that you can use on the SolidWorks. But if you don't have a reason to actually find out what you want to use it for the SolidWorks, I'd rather not use this on the money to actually buy it because it is very expensive and that will come out of your pocket right away. But it is a 1 year subscription as long you on my website we do provide a service for SolidWorks so that way we can actually do a service for us and that will provide you the serial number. So hopefully you go into the website, our website, and that way you can actually ask for a subscription of it. Then you'll continue with our class lectures. But as right now, these videos that we're doing right now is just basically introduction. That way you'll just learn what is being covered right now. So, and that's it. And that from these ones, once you download those two right away, it'll give you like the different details like how you do it. And then with the serial number, that's a big different one. Well, if you are a customer, we will provide you a link for that one. That way you can actually enter the subscription number only. That's it. For these ones, you have to buy on your own. That's on your site as well. So, all right. Once you get to that one, once you download everything else, it'll give you all the other functions like for electrical, e-drawings, SolidWorks visualization. This one's another visualized area. Another one is a SolidWorks customer response. I think it was, I don't remember what this responded to or the title of it, but there's another one that does have SolidWorks. So it's a larger memory that it'll take off of your device. And that last one is gonna be your SolidWorks, your main software that will be used for the class and then the remote learning. Now, for your devices, so for your laptop and computer, it has to be a higher RAM storage, and it's gonna be it has to take everything else on SolidWorks because if you use a plain laptop that is just low tech, it's never gonna work onto your device because you will have a notification on this side down below here. It'll pop up. It'll say requirements or a memory low. So that means it's on your RAM that you have to change. So it's not your SolidWorks may not work for this device, so you have to upgrade to another one. It'll make it better, way much better. So okay, once you open this one right here, open up the SolidWorks. It depends what you have right now. If you have the 21 to 22, that's the one you'll use. If you have the 22, 23, that's another different area. But again, same features, same tools. So okay, once you open that one, it'll open up to your menu right here or onto your main area for your main home. This is what it looks like right here. Nothing much of it. The only thing you have is up here is the home, new, and then open. And you have the file, view, and tools, same basics, and that's some of the other ones on the side, which that will be explained later on in the future or later on in a different video. So then you have the search engine right here. You got to have these type of areas, which is the command. SolidWorks helps you, which you have provides internet service, files and modules. It'll go back to your computer, your personal computer, to actually look into your documents to find those files and modules. And then that SolidWorks, my SolidWorks will be on the main internet source. So that's one thing. Then you have the profile. That's when you log in, and that's that for help. And after you have the settings up here too as well, that will provide you to actually change some modifications or help you to actually make some differences on your tools and features. Okay. Once you get to this point right here, all you do is just open up your new, which is right here. Click that once onto your laptop or computer. Once you open that one, it'll provide these three areas. So you have the part, assembly, and drawing. So right now we have these options right now, which is works. That's the main important one, is the foundation of it, how you begin your drawing. So, but the main one will be the first one right here, be the part. That's the main one. So that one will actually build up from here to actually go to the assembly or to the drawings. So click on this one. Let me double click it. It'll open it up. And just a quick notice too as well, on your devices, it'll depends how long it'll open. Because of your laptop, it will not actually run as it's supposed to be. For example, if it takes longer than expected to be because of your device, it will varies on your RAM. So that's the reason why it'll slow down every once in a while, because of the amount of storage that you have on your device. And that's another thing too as well. On your downloads, I forget where you just another heads up on that one. If you're downloading your SolidWorks, make sure you have a good internet source with a cable link, because if you're using Wi-Fi, it will take about a day or two to download. For the internet, it'll take a 24 days process, so it'll be an overnight depending on what time you're doing right now. And it will take a long time because it will download everything else from the library, the material selections, from the features and softwares, anything else that's on here. So it will download everything else. Okay, so above here is the one or this entire area is the one we had to look into right now. So above here we have the menu. Let me get rid of this guy right here. Minimize that one. There we go. All you just from here, just like click the edge of it, which has that one little pan left and right. All you just click onto that one, hold it down, pan to your right, and that way it'll just close it up. Okay. But from here, you have the entire selection on this window right here. So you have the top menus right here. You have the side menu, which is on the left corner, on the left side, and then after that you have the work plane right here. So this is what we're looking to right now to actually see what you can begin right now. The only two features we're going to do for these following videos is going to be the features and the sketch. That's all we're going to do right now, and after that we'll learn along the ways which one of these ones actually work for your part, and after that go from there to actually see how you can make your project. Okay. The next one on this side is the left side menu. So we have these options. So right now this is your design features or the manager, but also they call it the design tree. Now the reason why it's called a design tree, because number one is that it will begin to your first part or your first sketch will be your seed, and that from there you design your part. That'll be the roots, and from there, once you're done with it, you go to the features. That's beginning to sprout out right away. So it begins to build up your branches, or you're branching out different areas. So you have like you keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to actually do your work. So you do a sketch, features, sketch, features, sketch, features. It's going to repeat the same process over and over because you're building up your part. Depending on what you're building up, it varies on your side. Okay. Now that you have these other options too as well, we have the planes right here, origin, look, that's a material selection. We'll check that later. Annotation, sensors, history, and then the part. That's the main one that will provide your information. That from these ones right here, we're not gonna worry about that later on in the future, so we're not worried about that one later on. Then from here on the top, you have these other options too as well. You have these icons. So you have the feature, sketch, markup, evaluation, MDM, dimensions, SolidWorks, etc., etc. The main two you'll be focusing on is these two right here, features and sketch. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to memorize it. But again, there will be more tools inside of these tabs that will provide more and more advanced or much more knowledge of builders to actually learn these tools. Then we have these other icons down here, which is on top. These ones has the other functions, which is zoom in to fit, zoom area. Then you have the previous view, sectional view. You cut the piece in sections. We'll look at that later. Dynamic annotations. We'll look at it later. View orientations. That's until later on, until we make a part. Display style. Hide all types. It depends on what type of locks and what type of other functions that it'll be on your design. So then we'll look into that. And these other three, which we're not gonna worry about that for now. Okay, and lastly, on top, you have these other options right here. We have the file, which is the one you got to do the other functions for your computer. So you have these ones from anywhere else, and then publish the e-drawing. But that one we have to worry about that later on. These other ones we'll have to worry about too as well. But you can actually print preview, save these your part. Then it's gonna be new and open your components. Edit. It depends on this one too as well. Edits can be the same function as well. Can be the same as going over here to edit out, or you can actually go back to sketch and select some of the other functions. View is the same thing too as well. From here, it just has easy access, and it will vary on what type of you're looking for. Insert what type of you're looking for, or it could be the same thing right here onto this menu because they're just like the same shortcuts depending on what you did on your side. Actually, change the settings onto it, but that one we're not gonna worry about that right now. Simulations, not worry about that. Windows, this is a much more different one. Windows is basically like very viewing or orientation of your work area. So if I was gonna do like one project over here, then I'll do another project over here, then you have a split screen onto the SolidWorks. So now that if you want to do like a tri-view or a quadratic view, you'll have like either 3 screens or 4 screens onto SolidWorks. So you actually work onto these areas in one work. So we're not gonna worry about that right now, so that's until later on in the future. Then we have the home, same thing again, you look above. Now then we have the save icon, print, and there you go. Okay, then we have these settings too as well, settings over here, properties, and after that last one is gonna be the rebuild. So, alright then. Oh yes, right, and down below too as well, sorry about that. Okay, down below too as well. We're not gonna worry about these ones right here. That's until later on in the future for other videos. But down here you have these other functions. You have the edit part, graphics, performance. This is the main one that's gonna be important because this will have an error, and that's because of the amount of work is on the SolidWorks that's gonna build up right away, and you'll have an error on this side of the notifications that says you have to make room, or you have to look into your memory space of like how much is being rendered onto the SolidWorks. So that's gonna be a big error. So on my laptop, it doesn't have that much room. I have to get another one to later on in the future. But right now, this was giving me the status to see what's going on. So you got to see what's really happening right now. But it depends like how much work you're putting onto on your work area, and then what's your part's gonna look like with more features onto it and much more work along the way. Okay. Last one's gonna be this right here, your units. So you have these other functions. So from the previous one, if you want to do your new, you got to change your units before that. It depends on what you downloaded. It'll have that functions. Or you just go down here onto your bottom right corner, and it'll give you these units right here. You have the meter, kilograms, centimeters, millimeters, inches. So you have the English and metric system. So, or you can actually edit the documents on your units depending on what you're using. It depends on your site too as well. Okay, and that's it. That's all I have for now for this introduction of this video and how we use these SolidWorks. And after that, congratulations, actually look over it and make sure you practice it every now and then to see how you look around your environment, get familiar with it, and that Once you get used to that, you're ready to go. Okay, and that's all I have for now for today. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video for the next part. Okay, bye.